Hey people, it's Teal Gamer with a quick educational video that's going to explain what Blizzard is doing in allowing with the automated silence system in their games borderlines illegal activity. I'll also be explaining a legal way to use that system against Blizzard and in the game that will cause such a problem where it might actually get Blizzard to do something about it. So before getting into the legal end of this video, let me first explain that what I'll be talking about is something only a court can decide. A court needs to decide whether this is illegal or not. Not you as a player, not Blizzard's lawyers, not a GM. I don't give a shit what a blue post says on the forum. This is a legal issue that only a court system can decide. So I encourage anybody not to engage with the trolls that'll say this doesn't work, terms of service say this, that, and the other thing. So that being said, I'm going to explain that Blizzard is based in the United States and thus subjected to federal laws. So I'll be explaining a quick court case that actually happened where the company actually caused a similar issue to this, and then I'll explain how it applies to Blizzard. So first, there is a company called Enron that got screwed in federal court because they were causing problems on purpose and then sending workers out to fix the problem and then charging the customers for the problem that they caused and allowed to happen and knew what was going on. Even though the workers weren't involved in this, it doesn't matter. The company was still causing these issues. Enron was an electrical company, meaning they supplied electric services, like you plug something into your wall, those type of electrical services. Now, what was happening is, in the contracts customers have with Enron, it says, in any contract you have, it says, hey, you may get charged additional fees because we may have to put our people on overtime, so please might expect us on another bill, which is perfectly fine. But when a company interferes and purposely causes a consumer to do this, that is different. Now, one can sit there and argue that, hey, a customer doesn't have to pay that fee. You're right, they don't. It's perfectly within choice. However, if they don't, they will be without electricity. Now, how does that apply to here, or Blizzard? Well, there are certain consumer rights laws that protect customers from unscrupulous business practices, which will force a consumer to be so miserable and cause their system to be so bad that it forces the consumer that if they want to continue using it, which is their choice, to move to actually create a secondary account to pay additional money. That's where the illegal activity, this is where this borderlines on illegal activity. Blizzard has allowed the silent system in place to wreak such havoc on players, and because they know people are going to play World of Warcraft and it costs money, they will actually know consumers will have this happen to them, cause such a miserable aspect that they actually force the customer to finally, if they want to continue using it, to create another account, giving Blizzard additional money. In retrospect, when you're looking at it, Blizzard is doing nothing different than Enron did, despite them being under contract. They are actually allowing a problem to be caused where it actually interferes with a consumer rights violation to the point where the consumer has to create another account to pay Blizzard more money. In retrospect, Blizzard is causing theft in that regard. Again, this would have to be determined by a court of law on what is going on, but I just wanted to make people aware that this is what's going on. So if somebody doesn't want to take this to court, that's fine. That's on you. Don't bitch about it. Now, in closing this video, I will explain how to use the system to screw Blizzard over to the point where it might actually do something. I actually had in a conversation with a GM that I asked him, would Blizzard be okay if 20 people went in with 16 accounts each, all from different IP addresses, and went into every realm, into every zone, and just started mass right-click reporting every single person in the entire game in every zone so nobody could use general chat so every single person was silenced. And they said, yeah, Blizzard would not have a problem with that because that's the system in place. So, for those of you listening, whether or not you've been victimized by the system or whether or not you believe it doesn't change the fact that it's happening. If you want to fuck with the system and you want Blizzard to do something about it, silence everybody. Don't even leave anybody not talking. Silence everybody. If enough people, if every single person in the entire game was silenced, you can't tell me that Blizzard will not do something about that. If they don't, they might let it go. But the fact is, if nobody can use the system, then it causes an issue. Now, the reason why this is a problem is because, let me explain. It costs money to go into WoW to play Classic. It does not cost money to create a starter account. When you go into a starter account, WoW Classic is tied to people's retail account. If you bar somebody's retail account in in retail, it automatically bars them from Classic. It's connected to the same account because the account gets hit, not the characters, the account. So if you want to create a bunch of starter accounts, which Blizzard allows, go in to the retail version and just keep targeting every single person in every single zone, and let's see what Blizzard does. So that's all there is to it. Steel Gamer signing off. Have a good day or night wherever you are.